their areas. That's why farmers on business, real people around sectors. We are getting complete. That is when we pesto. That's number one. Number two, stop digging in borrowing. If we reduce, for example, we are going to reduce our borrowing. Our repayment every year, domestic market, you will actually be saving it will go number one in reducing the debt. You will not see, for example, in our budget in Uhuru Gardens. Every year. That way, we will make it's come down, we begin to save. Living on interest, we can do so many. Our debt. 42% of the VAT. Rwanda is correcting 8. There is absolutely no reason.
Mtazamaji, ni mdahalo wa jijini Nairobi. Sijui swali lako, tuelekeze swali lako kupitia mtandao.
Hii manifesto inatupa cows. 7 cows zagu sijui majani. I'm saving on time, I'm saving on profit iko hata juu.
Nani anajua shida za
mbasana juu saizi maofficials wetu wanajua venye hido ina ya kwenda huko juu tafute hido ili aje juu 6k na wame 13 million is going to go to how to fish. Don't give me fish. You menibamba sana judo inakaa mkwetu.
nani anajua shida zetu? Nani anajua shida
barabarani iwe ikitufikia mali pamoja, madharau kidogo dogo ishe. Usiku ni pikipiki, kwa hivyo si tayari.
Wacha nikwambie ile sijui majani. They only give me 30 liters at the end. If we get the experts, agriculture experts,
Sasa kulingana venye imekuja itatusaidia. Tunataka pesa ikitoka kwa serikali kuu.
Mbeleni ungehave kwenda huko juu. Where are these other 13 million youth going to? Teach me how to fish. Don't give me manifesto menibamba sana judo.
Nani anajua shida? Jua shida zetu. Shida za vijana. Hustler. We love you so much. Hustler. Oh.
Kwa Wakenya kuuliza maswali kwenye mrengo wa Kenya Kwanza, naibu rais.
Which are businesses that we have Kenya performing very well. Global Innovation Index, startup in Kenya, your Amazon. Found a way of, who's discovered a way of make some, building materials. The focus there is on the fiber.
Innovation Hub. The innovations you have mentioned, knowing the talent that we have in Kenya, we don't limit that space. Of the almost 21,000 of digital capacity do their thing, but the space around talent that is the links that is going to be available in the house, and making sure that we can
ambaye ni mkuu wa miradi katika wafanyakazi katika sekta.
Your Excellency, thank you very much. And there has been attempts. There has also been attempts. And while we identify with that wheelbarrow, there is a wheelbarrow that comes from China with the Chinese. Is it likely to also go? How long do you estimate? Is it possible that we can export if you succeed to be president?
To us, the Jua Kali, maybe slightly more, maybe 1 million people, and that is what they are like. We are looking at how to participate more in the door use in mass and make sure our building infrastructure products. If you produce every door is different. I have told you we are looking for. Let me give you an example. We are going to make the shoes differently. We are going training. They don't know how to dispose it. Information I have personally. Most of the time, it's in fact, for example, just allow me to say this. Double the number of people that we are going to connect with a different name, not just your car, to scale up our Juakali sector. And that's a very big thing that is, how do we create today with certificates? And so that is our target. We are the leather, but we will go out can catalyze the
now to gender Florence Machio, international
third gender role. You've been in
coalition women's charter that is supposed, even if they are societal issue. Last night, she spoke And I thought that be women-led. It is said and they recommended of women issues, FGM and all which can be addressed. We are not saying we have more. We want to deal with this problem. The tokenism. As a commitment that I intend to keep. Candidate can make such a commitment. Mechanism. In fact, women leaders as suggestions, proposals that can actually help changing a hybrid of what is that of this is the day, this is the moment. It is easy. For example, I'm the only person in Bomas, if you actually agreeing to be removed, contribution is very minimal. They take away the position, the budget. They cannot do anything. And BBI, even though I'm the only person who spoke for them. Empowerment. I believe in my own daughter.
wa mipango katika shirika la
issue that we've just spoken about. And my issue excludes some segment, economic, political, land injustices, that you have comprehensively in a land that has historical the use of Naivasha, where I come from, honors to have the irony about the project attended. SGR do not have water. Much of Matharau for them. And not just that, it doesn't listen to us. It doesn't lecture. I have seen the government others. Yes. see how this historical land.
Thank you very much. You were the owned by people called they are settled and they stopped living their own country 50 years after independence. There isn't sufficient detail because in other areas. So that's one. That will extend to that particular issue. Paid and I would relocate.
All right. All right. Sasa tugeukie mambo Sheikh Ibrahim.
Emotive issue.
I agree.
A Muslim in Kenya by accident. That's why in the preamble of our constitution, diversity, ethnic, religion, nation, and I have no apologies. Kumbukumbu, when you're the Minister of High Courts in the Constitution. But that small person, nauliza maswali mengi as I go presidency of our Excellency.
Made that statement. Because I am a very strong, but I am also fast also told me that religion as the Muslims. Religious institution. I have we have raised willing to deploy my own resources. We are not only safe as a Muslim. About the Kadis Code, the argument, the counter argument, Christian court would discharge. So the argument there was zero.
Mkurugenzi mkuu wa muungano wa watu wanaoishi na ajira kwa watu walio na ulemavu
Your issue with access to government
actually have 3 Igembe. We have sure that people living living with disability. So of the legislature, because when ability and worked out that people living with disability of the 5% positions in
This is Kenneth Chester.
Sekta ya elimu imekuwa ni mtaala wa mpito transitional, kumbwa na changamoto kadha wa kadha. Wa mtaala wa CBC
kwa ufupi believe that taking our trajectory, we have no planning and even examination. Only challenge we have is that which we can do fearing with students and suggests that a career. In fact, we are actually in the 50 hustler families, you know, it better beyond ourselves as Kenya Kwanza. We are a coalition that has sat down illiterate. Illiterate is the in Kenya. I went there today because they didn't have a secondary school. All teachers in had helped at that time them to know that because they need to feel that we continue saying that we give students with 100, it must not look like a punishment, and should get actually an allowance. That we have, and we have many other.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Melvin of Nairobi Student Association.
Excellency. However, we need more detail. Agreement for us to be able to. I want to know if the government is still is because we are not funding our and government is not students are shying away from universities and taking
and TVET. What we did I am the person who have skills and competencies. And for your information, to a TVET institution than to go. So everybody was struggling to TVET because come out with skills.
All right.
And into the areas that we had gaps with technicians. Even our construction industry. Melvin. It's very important to Melvin. Tens of thousands of her colleagues. And we spoke to even we must align this because that space trajectory so that we spend and you know their university for areas areas that are important to implement.
Kwa niaba yetu Eric Odwo wanahabari na vile vile
the government in 2013. Very vulnerable, and as a result, advertising agency coming up with to make sure that the revenue to the media contributes to the growth of the economy. That actually is in the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation.
Thank you very much, Eric. The 20% of the coverage. I mean, if the
since a few minutes some other entity. This is the
this space, and which I appreciate. Sure, all my other competitors.
ndio manifesto ile kwa yote.
And I, you know, which again, to interrogate itself. Please.
In which all
let's keep. Media has been biased against us. We're just asking, you know, for us to be fair. Why? Coverage as a candidate, and it is obvious. until the Media Council itself have come we will take the right decision, you know. The media to be Kenyans can see through this. This is a good man, give him that has been used against the media. The media. And it is not. If it will take a hurry, and if it doesn't style the government advertising without necessarily and blackmailing the media that if you don't write this story in this manner, the country that huge debt hanging around. Look at how it is going to attack KBC, and the problem with KBC of the whoever was in government, and it must on itself. We cannot continue funding.
Kwa Kevin Osido ambaye ni
tunamaliza zile state
have promised to is a commitment that you want devolution work, but you know did you sir you know you cannot keep fighting with the media.
I have my make that decision. So anyway, who had on the media? I am just, you know, by Paul Muite, and I keep repeating in 1990. Then I was to support Sophia. It's not guys.
I look forward to seeing you in the presidential
just need to do the been the catalyst in making sure that whatever issues that are there between the national government and the county governments are ironed out. In fact, we were supposed